Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the very second day of the INEA Youth Conclave, hosted by GITAM Deemed to be University and co-hosted by GITAM Technology Enabling Center. Distinguished guests, it is my honor to introduce a stalwart in the field of engineering and management. Professor Chandrasekhar, trained at the illustrious IIT Delhi and Bombay, he carries an extraordinary blend of intellect and prowess. His illustrious career in the corporate world boasted of senior management in top executive positions from 1983 to 2002. Transitioning from the corporate sphere to academia, he joined the Administrative Staff College of India in Hyderabad as a full professor, serving from April 2002 to March 2017. During his tenure, he held various leadership roles, including dean and director, a testament to his proficiency and impact. Since March 2017, he has been leading as the director of IIM Visakhapatnam, further fortifying his prestigious career. A figure of authority and influence. He's been the chairman or member of numerous high-powered committees set by the Government of India, leaving an indelible imprint in both the public and private sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a privilege to be in the presence of such a luminary. Please join me in welcoming Professor Chandrasekhar as our keynote speaker. Now, I would like to call upon Professor Gautam, Pro Vice Chancellor, GITAM Deemed University, to felicitate, sir. Thank you, sir. Chandrasekhar, sir, with great honor, I call upon you to present with the keynote address. The stage is all yours.
Yeah, can you exit and put it in full screen mode? Yes. Is it possible?
So the full screen comes on the screen.
Yeah. So how do I?
You can move this one, sir.
Forward and back? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And what's the time? Time slot?
30 to 40
minutes.
minutes.
30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, okay. So, very good morning to all of you. As was introduced, my name is Chandrasekhar. Let me begin by thanking the organizers for this honor which is bestowed on me. It's a very, very impressive gathering, and INAE, SERB conclaves are very, very prestigious events. And added to that, the prestige of GITAM University, and you can't be asking for more. So I would like to first of all congratulate the organizers for this knowledge-sharing event, and also thank them for giving me this opportunity. I'll be brief and I think I'm given about 30 minutes or so, and trust me, I'll complete within 30 minutes or thereabouts. Friends, when you're all young, aspiring students, I'm told from this conclave has attracted students from about 14 states and 2 union territories. That it itself reflects the national character that GITAM University is propounding and practicing, which is a very, very key element in the development of any nation, true national character. When we speak about the progress of the country, whether it is social progress, economic development, balanced growth, and all that is at the core of all that is what we call as innovation. You would have heard the term almost, every other discourse in knowledge institutions like GITAM, the word innovation will crop up quite often, as all of you would agree. But I'm going to speak about the concept of innovation as an educational imperative. It's an educational accountability that we give back to the society, whatever the society has given us a lot. The opportunities to learn, to study in a prestigious institution like GITAM or wherever, some of the best schools across the country that you may be studying in. So how do we give back, and what is it that we need to give back to the society is something which I would briefly touch upon in the next few slides. Let me go forward. I would like to begin, you're all scientists, technologists, engineers, innovators in the making. I just thought I put this example before you. The power of science and technology is such today. By the power of the Internet of Things, sensors, and all the gadgets and devices and the software that drives all these around us, today you are able to make a prediction per farmer, per farm basis. You use a variety of, like I mentioned there, satellite imagery, weather forecast, which the Government of India gives, the Indian Meteorological Department, soil sensors, soil health cards, which test the nutritional content of the soil, GPS data, mobile gadgets. Almost every single individual these days has either a smartphone or a feature phone, and use the language that the farmer speaks. Combining all this, you can actually tell the farmer whether he needs to irrigate that field, whether he needs to water the field that day, or is it going to rain. So that knowledge at his fingertips, information at his fingertips, will make a farmer take more informed decisions. So things as trivial as they may appear for you and me, but are of vital concern to a farmer where water is not available, these things, science and technology could help him a lot. And that in turn could lead to productivity, better efficiencies, etc. So your role is well defined as you graduate out of your BTech, MTech programs. How do you think in the manner in which you can contribute to the betterment of society? So development imperative is something which is staring us in the face. If you look at, for example, you open any technology transfer website, for example, ed2.com or, innocenter.com, etc. So the common challenges that you find there are simple things that may sound. Today most of the health concerns that we have are because of the contamination of water. So how do you reduce the microbial contamination, or how do you regulate the fluid flows, or make cost-effective field irrigation systems for small farms, eco-friendly, on the roadsides we often see waste being burnt, etc. So how do you dispose solid waste in an eco-friendly manner, and how do you reduce the greenhouse gas emissions are some of the these are common problems that anybody would come across when you open. They are all around us. You don't even actually have to open a website to look at them. Similarly, if you are on the business side, the moment you graduate, you become an engineer, you join an organization. If it's a pure play technology role or an R&D role, the problems that I mentioned in the previous slide would be very important. But if you are in a business role, if you are in a function where you are aiding business to grow, expand, cut costs, become more efficient, effective, etc., these are some of the problems that the organization would pose before you as a young enthusiast, as a young S&T, science and technology engineering professional, like improving plant performance, improving supply chain performance, and how do you enhance the business value? Business value both in terms of, the cost efficiencies and also the proposition, the new proposition for a product or a service that the organization is offering. So for all these to happen, we have to have, and today you would have heard about the word called analytics, where with the power of science, again, science, hardcore science, tools like statistics, etc., IT tools that provide you, you can have diagnostic analytics, descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, prescriptive analytics, so on and so forth. All that to tell you, like I mentioned, is it going to rain tomorrow or not? Should the farmer irrigate his field tomorrow or not? So all these combination of analytics can really give power to the organizations or to the society or to the government to whom you would be working when you graduate. So all these drive us to think in ways where we can better bring greater efficiencies and effectiveness to the organizations that we work. Albert Einstein is famously supposed to have said, the significant problems we face today cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. So obviously today, the problems have been there. Who created them? Some of it perhaps we ourselves have created when we are, for example, today contributing to ecological degradation, but some of them perhaps we have inherited. But obviously these require solutions and a lot of out-of-box thinking. And inherent, for example, friends, if you look at the classical definition of technology, the very definition of technology talks about application of science, application of engineering. Now, 2-3 definitions I have put before you. The first one says application of science and engineering knowledge. For what? For making useful products, transforming the nature. The nature gives us the resources. And whether it is minerals, whether it is water, whether it is air, what have you. And you have to transform that into useful products. A second definition says any tool, technique, product, process, etc., by which human capacity is extended. The third one says a technology, either it is in the form of a tangible asset which you can touch and feel. For example, this table, this podium is a tangible asset. Or an intangible asset, like, for example, copyright, patent, etc. And technology is an replenishable natural resource. As long as the human brain is fertile, nobody can stifle our imagination, thinking, creativity, etc. So it's always a replenishable resource. It's not something which will, you say coal reserves will not last more than 100 years. It's not so. As long as our human brain is active, we can come up with solutions. The precursor, the driver for what we call as innovation is Leonardo da Vinci. He's a versatile genius. All of you would have read his writings or seen his paintings or read about him or even the movies which Dan Brown, the novelist, has done. He says simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Whatever we are dealing with, if you can make it as simple as possible, we famously hear the word called KISS, keep it simple and stupid. As long as we can bring it to that level, that is the innovation. That's our contribution to the betterment of an organization or society. And what are the triggers of our innovation? You are dealing with, for example, any item, any product, any service. What is it that you need to come up with? Can you build in better features? Can you make it lower cost? Can you make it simpler, cheaper, better, quicker, faster? All these are drivers for you as young engineers and technologists to think, what is it that the product wants? What is it that the service would require? Or if you look at the engineering terms, for example, is it retrofittable? Is it safe for the users to handle it? Is it reliable? Is the process that you are doing repeatable, observable? Should I have to destroy the equipment to test it, or can I do any non-destructive testing kind of a method? All these are drivers on the engineering front, which should make us to think in what way. A little bit better, a little safer, a little quicker, a little more cost-effective. Are there ways of doing it? Ultimately, at the end of it, there are only 3 keywords. If you open the Comptroller and Auditor General, who is the auditor for the entire country, in the manual on the second page written are these 3 words: economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Economy means resource. For example, my father gives me money. Say, for example, when I was like a student like you. So he would tell me, I have given you 1,000 rupees, I cannot give you more than this. You have to live within this 1,000 rupees, wherever you are studying. I will say, Daddy or Nana, I have to buy this, that, etc., etc. He'll say, no, no, no. You may have productive use for the money, but I cannot give you more than 1,000 rupees. So economizing the resource when budgets are given. I come from a government organization. When budgets are given, government says austerity. The government says, I cannot give you more money than this. So you do whatever you want to do within the money. So economy is an important consideration. And when you put resource at the bottom, output by input, input is a resource. Output is what you produce out of it. Efficiency comes about. Productivity typically is producing, for example, more with the same input, or you keep the output same but reduce the input. Reducing the input and increasing the output is ideal, but that is not sustainable, as all of us know as students of engineering and science. So efficiency improvements to the extent possible are important. Lastly, effectiveness. I may be, for example, an exam is given to me, I am asked to complete it in 1 hour. Oh, I have completed it in 50 minutes itself, answered all questions. But what is the outcome of it? What is the result of it? Have I passed? Have I succeeded? Have I come first in the class? This is the effectiveness part, the result part of it. So it's important to, as engineers, as students of technology, it's always important for you that you should remember the 3 E's: economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. We should actually breathe, live, all these 3 words. Now, coming to the solution part of it, Bertrand Russell is a Nobel laureate. He said the greatest challenge to any thinker like you is stating the problem in a way that will allow a solution. If you are able to state the problem clearly, half the solution is already there. Means you have understood the problem. You have understood what is required to be done. So it is important for you when you study in the college to always question, always be in an inquiry mode. Why is it so? Why is it happening? That will help you to unravel problems more effectively. In innovation checklist, there is an author called, a wonderful book. I am not an agent of Guru Madhavan, but Guru Madhavan is a policy advisor to the US government. He is a biomedical engineer from India. He has written a book called Applied Minds, How Engineers Think. I don't know whether you have studied that book, but if you haven't studied, I urge you to kind of ask your libraries to procure that fantastic book. Now, in that book, he says, you must ask yourselves these questions. What are we trying to do? How is it done today, and what are the limits of current practice? Why is it that a catalyst that I am using is not lasting more than 2 days? Why is it, harmful to the environment? And what is new in our approach? How do we think it will be successful? If I am thinking of something, what is the guarantee that it will succeed? And if we are successful, what difference does it make? To whom does it make a difference? What are the risks and benefits of whatever I am trying to do? How much will it cost? How long will it take? What are the midterm and final examinations to check? For example, if I am in a semester or a term, there are midterm, mid-semester exams to check whether I am doing good or not. So what are these when I am trying to come up with a new process or a product or a service or a method or whatever? What is it that guarantees my success? So these are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. And Thomas Edison said, thinking is not enough, because the value of an idea is in the using of it. If you have really thought about, that could be a good solution, that's not sufficient. You have to go forward and implement it. Till then, it cannot benefit the organization or the society. So if you have to define creativity and innovation, creativity is the act of producing ideas, and innovation is implementing that idea for a better product or a process or a service or a business method or an organizational system. So creativity is the basis. It is the fuel and nutrient of innovation. And ultimately, creativity leads to what? Innovation leads to what? You as people, if you are able to kind of establish your identity by means of an intellectual property, it would lead to patents, it would lead to products, and ultimately it will lead to profits for the organization that you are serving. Profit need not be in money terms, profit can be in intangible terms also. So the process of innovation is idea generation, idea conversion, convert it into something useful, and diffusion, spread it across so that users are able to find it. And as engineering student, you have to go through these stages, right from idea, you build a techno-commercial concept, then you do a design, then simulate the design, then build a prototype, convert it into engineering, detailed engineering, engineering to production, because you need an engineering drawing to produce something, production to quality checks, and ultimately to user acceptance. These are very, very hard steps in the process of innovation. So if you look at it as a framework, I would put it as a 9I framework. You as an evolved individual, you have already won half the world because you have entered a program of engineering and technology. So you as an individual, if you are an aspiring individual, if you are an inspirational individual, you will be inquisitive. You know, you will take the initiative of observing what is happening around you, observing the phenomena, reading the books, attending the lectures, attending seminars like this. All this will lead to information. Information will lead you to insights. Insights means delving deeper. You unravel a new phenomena. And that will lead you either to a breakthrough, means not heard at all before, breakthrough ideas, or continuous, a little better, little faster, little quicker, little cheaper, like that. And if infrastructure is provided to you, like for example, an ideation lab, a prototype lab, you know, the machinery that is required for you to fabricate that component, that will lead to invention, because by using a new or a new combination of pre-existing knowledge, you will come to invention. If you are able to incubate it, test it, finally you come to innovation, which means application of an invention. If somebody asks you what is the definition of innovation, application or implementation of an invention is innovation. So why are all these important? Because as youngsters, our country is now home to almost 100,000 startups, many of them unicorns, crossed 100, and you are counting by the day. Startups plus patents will always lead to economic growth and jobs. As one of the famous authors called David Klein has written, if you have patents, because it comes from innovation, it will lead to economic growth and jobs. And patenting is so very important because famously it is said, IP means any industrial product minus IP without intellectual property will lead to IP, which is an insolvency petition. Your company will go down the drain. So it's important for you to patent whatever you are doing. Mashelkar, you would have heard about, Bhishma Pitamah of Indian science and engineering, Padma Vibhushan. He was the Director General of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, highly respected gentleman. The country listens to him when he speaks. Now, Mashelkar, if you go to mashelkar.com, many of his speeches, writings, etc. are there. Very interesting website. You should go through it. In that, he said, E is equal to F. The first line he writes is, education is equal to future. If you are educated well, you will assure your own future and you will assure the future of the country. Arouse the entrepreneur in you, whether you are at home or at work, whether at study, always question, why is it happening? Why can't you do it simpler, quicker, better, faster, etc., cheaper? Innovate. Knowledge will lead to wealth. As he famously calls on his website, Saraswati to Lakshmi, the route to from Saraswati to Lakshmi. So the concept of I6, as you grow up, you ideate, invent, incubate it in GITAM or elsewhere, wherever your schools are. Innovate. Innovise means innovate or improvise. Improvise on something which is already there. Invest some little money on that and incorporate it as a company. And lo and behold, you have a startup. So combination of adversity and aspiration, these are Mashelkar's words, these are not my words, can create disruptive and game-changing innovation. If you are pushed to the wall and you have a problem, then you will start thinking what could be a solution. See everyone, Mashelkar says, see everyone else sees, but think as no one else thinks. Creative, think out of the box. You should not merely be a copier of the best practices. Knowing about best practices is fine, but you should be the creator of next practices because you should lead the world tomorrow. And he always says, work hard in silence. Let your success make all the noise. Be humble, be focused, and do all that you would like to do. And finally, 2-3 slides, and I'll conclude my It's called, I used to have a professor, I studied in IIT Bombay. I used to have a professor called Professor D.B. Phatak, Professor of Computer Science. He would always, if you go to his website, the first sentence that is written is unsolicited advice to unsuspecting souls. So he would say, whatever I am saying, if you like it, you take it, otherwise leave it. So I'm also going to say the same thing. In 70-20, there's a famous model of learning, very, very established, called 70-20-10 model of learning. So all that you learn through, people like me talking to you either in the classroom or elsewhere, what you learn is only 10%. 20% is through your social contacts, through your team members, through your friends, through a collaborative effort, through team effort, as we typically call it. Team means together everyone achieves more, through a team effort. But 70% of it is on the job, when you actually experience the problem yourself, when it is posed to you, and you have to solve the problem and no one else can. So 10-20-70 model says that you cannot, famously it is said that you cannot learn swimming by attending seminars, nor can you learn car driving through correspondence course. You have to actually do it. Only then you will become, you have to dirty your hands. So it's always said improving oneself has 4 steps. The first one is called unconscious incompetence. For example, I don't know how to drive a car. Then I'll imagine, what is so great about driving a car? There are 4 wheels. It won't fall down like a 2-wheeler. What is so great about it? Anybody can run. So I don't know how to drive a car, but I do not know what it takes to driving a car. That's called unconscious. I am not conscious about the complexity. I am also incompetent because I can't drive a car. Next one comes conscious incompetence. As I go to a driving school, as I start learning, I get a driver's license. I find it, my God, it is such a complex thing, driving a car. You have to manage clutch, gear, mirror, accelerator, brake, I don't know how many. So you think that it is the most toughest job in the world. That's called conscious incompetence. You are still not able to drive, but at least you are appreciative of the difficulty in that. The next one is conscious competence. You get a driver's license, you are going on the road, you are speaking to yourself, now the crowd is coming, okay, I have to move to a higher gear, I have to honk the horn, etc. You are very acutely conscious of what you are doing. That's called conscious competence. You are able to drive the car, but with a lot of consciousness. The last one is unconscious competence. After you learn 5 years, 10 years, you are zooming on the road, somebody else is speaking to you, your music is blaring on the stereo, doesn't matter, you're driving happily. That's called unconscious competence. So all of you, life is not simple. You have to, everyone, all of us, in fact today also, even today, every day we go through this. Be conscious that these are 4 stages. Don't hesitate to learn. Don't hesitate to admit that you don't know something if you don't know. And be curious and be in a learning mode always. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan once said, when you think you know, you cease to learn. So always, whether I am a director or whatever, it is important to wear always the learner's hat. And maybe there are many more things to learn from youngsters like you because you observe the world much more keenly than people of my age do. And Calvin Newport is a professor of computer science at Georgetown University. He's a PhD from MIT. He has written several books. One of the books is So Good They Can't Ignore You. He has also written a book called Deep Work, Focused. I'm not an agent of Cal Newport. I wish I were because I would have made a lot of money. He wrote a book called Deep Work, Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World. He also wrote about digital minimalism, how to live without these digital gadgets. And he is a professor of computer science, mind you. He says in that book called So Good They Can't Ignore You, he writes to aspire for a career that is rare and valuable, you must first of all possess those rare and valuable skills. And he goes on to explain how you can do that. And so what it means, maybe last 2-3 slides, soul factor. 2 professors called Matthew and Kalra from Great Lakes Institute of Management in Gurugram as it is called now, have written soul factor is a combination of system skills, which is intelligence quotient, soft skills, which is called emotional quotient, and social skills. Friends, you have system skills. You have problem-solving skills, you have written tough competitive examinations, you have entered an engineering and technology career, you are brilliant at math and all that. Soft skills, your institute will build scholars. Some of them are quite quick on the uptake, but others will have to learn. Soft skills means adaptability, agility, collaboration, conflict resolution, working in teams, all that, which is there before you. Social skills is something which all of us, most of us do not have. What is social skills? Shared values, that the person sitting next to me is as important as me. He may have some lesser strengths. Every individual has a lesser strength or the other. As it is famously said, each one is ignorant in our own areas. Nobody is a fountainhead of knowledge. So we must always have a shared value with the person sitting next to me or whoever is my team member. Community well-being. As engineers, I began with this saying that it is an imperative for us to contribute to the development of the communities around us. And sustainability. Do whatever, you have read about SDGs, 2030, etc. Do whatever you are doing without degrading the environment in a way it can be reused. Volunteerism is something which I would urge you. Volunteerism means understanding the community around you, living in the community, developing what social problems they have, gaining a knowledge of it, only because you are immersed. IAS officers and civil servants have what is called as a village attachment. They have to go to the village and live there, spend 2-3 nights there to understand the problems of the villages. It is essential for you to be a successful engineer or a technologist or an innovator for that matter. You need to spend time in your own communities, appreciating what they have, the knowledge they have, also appreciating the difficulties that they are experiencing so that you could perhaps try for a better solution. Service learning is a very worldwide accepted concept, which means that applying the knowledge to address the challenges of the local community. And it is called as engaged citizenship. If you are a responsible citizen, you could be a competent professional, no doubt about it, but you should also be a responsible citizen. And for that, some of the examples I said, you could go to the villages, test the soil there, or talk to them about waste disposal in an eco-friendly manner, etc. This will give summary. This is the last slide. Summary via a few quotes. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe is a very famous writer, statesman, poet, playwright, what have you. He said, knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. So saying that, I have read in the book, I know the laws of thermodynamics, etc., that is not sufficient. You must apply it and see. The next one is, it always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela, former, all of you know, anti-apartheid, famous president of South Africa, he said that you have to do it. Till then it's impossible. Start where you are. Don't think, I require this, I require that, etc. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. In our own limited, every one of us has constraints. You cannot have eternal supply of money, eternal amount of time. After all, time is the most democratic of all resources. You have 24 hours in a day, I have 24 hours in a day. It's up to us how best we make use of it. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. You must always be confident. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Don't be, nirasha antar kada Telugulo. It cannot be done, it cannot happen, etc. Don't do that. That's by Helen Keller. At 19 months, when she was 19 months, she became blind. And she is a transformational leader. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Like Thomas Alva Edison said. He said, 1,000 times I didn't fail. I said, I eliminated 999 possibilities that cannot happen. So it's not as if I failed. So when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Even if there are uphill tasks, challenges before you, tough, still attempt it. That is what Elon Musk says. And all of us know how successful Elon Musk is. Last one. If you can dream it, you can do it, said Walt Disney. Thank you. God bless you.
What an incredibly invigorating session, briefing the system of integration technology, business practices, along with the goal of delivering back to nature and society alike. We are grateful for the time and efforts Sir took to share his insights and experiences. His relentless commitment to the cause of skill development is indeed an inspiration for all of us. Please join me in expressing our deepest thanks to Professor Chandrasekhar. As we proceed with the event, I would request everyone to report to their designated masterclass venues. Thank you. The venues for the masterclasses are 111, 112, 107 room numbers. I'll be repeating. Fellow enthusiasts of academia and science community, a warm welcome to this exclusive masterclass session. I am honored to be your host for today's evening. My name is Arakamsha, and it's my privilege to guide you through this informative and inspiring journey. Today we gather here to explore one of the most pressing and promising topics of our time: green energy and its storage. Our distinguished Kajala has a remarkable track record with over 2 decades of professional practice in non-destructive testing and third-party inspections. He has been at the core of significant projects for renowned companies such as Doxel Onshore Constructions, Lawson and Togro Limited, etc. Mr. Kajala's experience, knowledge, networking and leadership skills have attracted customers from multinational and international companies. Furthermore, he is not
I just would like to brief what exactly we do in our company on the green energy sector side. So I represent a company called Archimedes Green Energy, which basically has taken the technology from an overseas company, from a Korean company called ESCO RTS, where the one who has developed, there is a person called Ramesh Venugopalasamy, who is a scientist of developing a new concept of wind turbines. So most of us or everyone has seen a 3-blade wind turbine, but we are not into the development of 3-blade wind turbine, but it is a totally different concept of turbine developed by an economist, not by an engineer. So I want to just stress upon that how the economist has developed a wind turbine, which is mostly a green energy, to inspire you all on that part of it. So in the what you call in the morning session, we have heard that Sir was talking more about the reading book. Whether Archimedes is a scientist or Archimedes, if it is a scientist, what he has done it at all. So he could let us study for almost 20-25 years only studying about Archimedes, and later he could find out that Archimedes has done everything into a circle. Whatever you do, he converted everything into a circle, but he missed out a spiral into a circle. Then he thought, why can't I do the spiral into a circle, and started doing a spiral into a circle, and that circle generated is conveyed into a wind turbine. So economist is small because he belongs to the Netherlands. There are a lot of wind turbines available, and then he could see that wind turbines and converted this spiral one into a wind turbine. And now I do manufacture of this wind turbine, and these wind turbines are placed in GITAM University, Hyderabad, with a collaborative activity from the Korean company, ourselves, and the GITAM University of Hyderabad. If anyone have to be from the GITAM University Hyderabad, or when you are there, you can look into the wind turbines there based on that campus. So this is how I am in the green energy part of it. Apart from that green energy part, apart from this manufacturing of the green energy equipment now, in my college days when I am doing my diploma in 1987, I did my project as a wind turbine. So reading and all those things of green energy. But at the time the market was not too matured for the renewable energy part of it. So now the market is totally a renewable sector. Like how IT has taken a what we call the majority of these things. So now green energy is a focused area. And that my project work has immediately made me to shift into the green energy, and I'm doing this green energy. During this course of the journey of doing this thing, I have also received an award from the Prime Minister in the year 2014 for our initiative work on this. So this is what is this. So let us now go into the green energy. So whole of my concept of telling you about the green energy is not what exactly green energy, what is solar, what is wind, because it is all every day into your paper, books, reading, everything it is there. So everyone you can see the solar panels all across it and all. That is not my.
The solar modules are made, and then how the modules are assembled in the solar power plant. It's a bird's eye view of the entire thing. Now we'll get into the nitty-gritty of it. Okay? So the PPT one. Now. Okay, I mean I'm taking his permission. Okay, any second class is there? So you are okay? I should have to take your permission. Okay? Yeah, thank you. So these are all the things, green energy, champion technology, then there are advanced technologies. I will actually keep doing them faster, don't worry about it, okay? But you know, it's like seeing a YouTube video. It will be, I will make presentation like that. Then there are solar module technology choice, about the crystalline technology, thin film technology. There are so many different technologies actually. Okay? Then comes the battery storage technologies. Is it battery storage or hydrogen storage? Integrated pumped storage. So you have heard about hydrogen also. I think nowadays people keep talking about that. You will hear glimpse of it. Okay? The greatest architect in the world, in the nature, is the bird. This is called a weaver bird, weaving bird. And those who are born in villages, they know about this. This is the category of the bird which is similar to sparrows. It is a sparrow community. Okay? Nobody, I mean even the engineers, the best of the architects don't know how actually they build the nest so beautifully. Okay? So who did the science, who did the technology, who did the engineering? And here is the architect. Every year, new nest. Okay? So just now, I have some disturbing pictures. Just because, if you get disturbed, it is good. My purpose is to get your minds disturbed. If at the end of my lecture, if you are all leaving the hall with disturbed mind, my purpose is done. If you are not disturbed, that means I have not done my job properly. Okay? So this is one of the famous picture when the oil spill was there, the bird got drenched in the sea. You can see here, this is the Sudan famine, the Pulitzer Award winning picture. This is the vulture that is waiting to eat the baby. The vulture, what is the character of the vulture? It will not eat the live animal. Only dead animal. That is why it is called scavenger. Die. The child to die. Whereas man kills man. Tiger does not kill tiger. Cat does not kill cat.
Wait.
Of that size. It's not possible at all. There were work happening in Singapore in certain labs to miniaturize the ultrasound sensor, but it wasn't there yet. So it was like, oh, okay, so there never has a technology based on the idea that we were building. So we were back to square one where we had to develop the technology in some sense. So this is the team that we worked. That's me when I was quite young. And that's the doctor with whom we worked. And it was a failed mission, but this mission taught us several things. And that was my first initiation to enter biomedical device and know about ideation. We can think the first brainstorming activity can be as wild as possible, but when you narrow and pick your solution, this is the tool that you have to be mindful of. So along with biodesign, this is the second tool that I want to introduce with you. This is called the viability triad. As appetizing as the macaroons look, this is a very, very important tool. So as I said, the biodesign starts with user. The viability triad also starts with the user. You need to understand your end user. Whoever it is, you need to understand. You need to empathize. You need to have the reason what you are trying to help him with or solve him with. So that is very important. The second circle is the technology. So first one, user, is desirability. He should have a need that you are solving. The second circle is technology. It has to be feasible. If it's not feasible, if the technology is not available, you are spending another 4 or 5 years in the research lab for the technology to mature. Already, let me warn you, biomedical design, engineering and market journey is not a small journey. It's a very, very long journey. It takes at least 5-6 years minimum. The minimum that I've seen is, unless you do a tech transfer and very fast, can be 4. Developing the technology, add additional 3-4 years to it. So by the time, if you have patented your idea, it would have last half of the patent time, which is 20 years. You can use your patent for 20 years to monetize it. 10 years in development, if you pay, you can only monetize rest 10 years. So it's like you wasting the useful time when you can.
So how do you do in a embedded system?
We write a program, compile and then upload it.
Combine and upload it. So when you are combining in a PC, what does compiler do?
Converts it
Converts it to binary, or the code which can be executed by the processor inside the PC. If it is an Intel processor or Intel i7, it should be executed by that Intel processor. That is the purpose. So that is what the compiler will do. But when you are compiling for an embedded system, the processor is not sitting inside the PC, it is sitting in another place. Then you need to have a compiler which will convert the code to the target processor. That is known as a cross compiler. It is not the native processor which is sitting there. It will be converting to a code which is there in the target embedded system. So that is known as a cross compiler. Then the cross compiler, once you make the code, no. So most of the memories in your mobile, everything are flash memories. Earlier, how many of you have seen EEPROMs? None of you might have seen. So earlier memories used to be UV erasable EEPROMs. That means programmable read-only memories. So nowadays such memories are not there. So you have got flash memories are there which have got very high capacity in a very small footprint. Okay, next. So there are embedded tools like monitoring the program in circuit, emulator in circuit, the debuggers. Next. Okay, this was I was telling you will convert it to a executable code. We use fast for a target purpose. Okay, next. I explained about hard real time and soft real time. You understood that concept? Yeah. Next. Then you have got a real time operating system. What is the operating system in your PC? Windows. Windows is not considered as a real time operating system because it cannot respond within a certain time constraint. So there are real time operating systems like real time Linux is there, VX. There are such real-time operating systems out there. Not only you can use must not come within a certain time, so it will give a interrupt sort of thing. I don't know. You have not studied interrupt sort of things, so you will not be able to appreciate it. Next. Okay, this is the generally an embedded system. This is the you will have a CPU, you will have a memory, you will have analog I/O, serial I/O. So all this is how an embedded system will generally look like, and this is how the constitution of an embedded system. And the same thing is there for PC also, but only thing is there the constraint is done in the embedded system. Next, fault tolerance. Have you heard of the term fault tolerance?
I can put my hands.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very hearty welcome to the valedictory ceremony of the 6th Indian National Academy of Engineers INEA Youth Conclave 2023, hosted by GITAM Deemed to be University, co-hosted by GITAM Technology Enabling Center, GTEC, and sponsored by INAE. I am Arakanksha, a first-year student from the ECE department.
And I am Aditya, a third-year student from the CSE department. We are extremely honored to be your hosts for the day, which marks a significant moment in our journey as we come together to celebrate the culmination of an event filled with learning, innovation, and inspiration.
Over the course of the event, we have borne witness to an incredible fusion of innovation, creativity, courageous determination. The theme of this year's conclave, Innovation and Technology for Global Challenges, has driven us to explore new horizons, share knowledge, and collaborate in ways that will shape the future of engineering. The series of competitions were not just contests, but a testament to the spirit of human ingenuity when faced with challenge and change.
These events have served as platforms for us to showcase our skills, exchange ideas, and foster intellectual growth. We have delved into areas as diverse as AI in healthcare, space and robotics, green energy, circular manufacturing, smart city and urban planning, and biomedical engineering and devices. Each participant here has not merely showcased a venture, but has brought forth a piece of their aspirations, their hopes, and their unrelenting determination. This, in a nutshell, fulfills our primary objective, which is to provide a platform for engineers to articulate their ideas and showcase their creative problem-solving abilities and contributing to an advancement of society as a whole.
Now, I would like to call upon Professor Raja P. Pappu, Chairman, Director of Research and Development and Dean, School of Business, GITAM Deemed to be University, to please grace us. Now, I would like to call upon Professor Dayananda Siddhavatam, Vice Chancellor, GITAM Deemed to be University, to grace the dais.
I would now like to request Shri Ramesh Venugopalasamy, Head, Skilling, Corporate Social Responsibility, Bajaj Auto Private Limited, onto the dais.
We now request Professor Sivaji Chakravorti, Vice President, INEA, to grace the dais. Dr. Prasada Raju, to please grace us on the dais as well. would now like to request Professor Vijay Shekhar Chellaboyna, Dean, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, GITAM Deemed to be University, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon. So this has been a two-day INAE SERB GITAM Youth Conclave. I sincerely thank our guests to be part of this particular valedictory function. From a statistics point of view, we have had a large number of students apply from 13 states and 2 union territories, and finally about 250 or 260 students arrived here to pretty much participate in very important topics that are relevant for the 21st century, focusing on various areas, including AI for healthcare, biomedical devices, circular manufacturing, space and robotics, and whatnot. Even before pandemic started, we have started using digital technology to conduct these kinds of conferences, and then once the pandemic happened, we actually more or less got used to most of these gatherings through online sessions or whatnot. But I don't know, it's been a couple of years since we started gathering in person, and time and time again, we learned that meeting in one single place and discussing cannot be really eliminated. I think we are still humans and not really machines, though we are more tending to use a lot of machinery in everyday activities. We still need that social connection to actually learn from each other, even though most of the information that may be discussed here is available in various sources on the internet. We still think that we actually need to connect to each other socially, and then the importance of such occasions cannot be underestimated, right? And then we sincerely thank INAE and SERB to support this particular program. And I certainly thank the organizers, Professor Raja, Professor Sreenivas, and many others who actually supported every part of this particular gathering. I don't want to take too much time. I sincerely hope that you'll continue in the path of learning, and then take some learning from this workshop, and then actually pursue further after you go back to your home states. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your views on the collaboration of science and technology.
I would now like to request Professor Dayananda Siddhavatham, Vice Chancellor, GITAM Deemed to be University, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon. I really congratulate all of you for successfully completing the event and bringing it to this valedictory session. At the outset, I take this opportunity to thank Professor Sreenivas Rao garu, Professor Ramesh garu, and Professor Sivaji, Chakravorti garu, and Prasada Raju garu, my colleagues, Professor Raja Pappu and Professor Vijay Shekhar, for steering this event to this successful stage. And all of us occasionally meet and try to share some of the ideas that we have on various issues, and exchanging the ideas, and finally coming to the stage of developing something which is useful to the mankind and also for the betterment of human life and society. I do not think I should say this at this point of time. and that too in this meeting, and we can never solve any problem. With this experience that I am going to share a couple of things to you. The greatest discovery in maths is zero. Undoubtedly, it has revolutionized the mathematics. And similarly, in technology front, the greatest discovery is wheel. Invention of wheel led to the development of cart. And that is to some extent the transport and also the commutation. And that never stopped our greed. Then we have again invented the motor engines, diesel engines, electrical engines, all these things. That has brought speed in our life, but at the same time, burning of fossil fuels created some other problem. And now that we are suffering from global warming and other things, and again we need to sit like this and invent some technology to reduce the global warming. And that is what is happening all over the world. Even if we think of controlling tiny invisible bacteria that retaliates and makes our life miserable. Not long ago, about 70 years ago, when we discovered antibiotic, people thought that this magic bullet is going to solve all infectious diseases and problems associated with infections. Very soon, not even 20, 30 years, we started discovering the bugs that are resistant to the antibiotic ampicillin. And people led with this observation a number of investigations to discover more and more antibiotics and variants of the same magic bullet ampicillin. I am telling you, if you look at the variations that we have created around the beta-lactam ring and the enzymes which destroy, bacterial enzymes, this antibiotic beta-lactamases are parallel. Nearly we have hundreds of variants of penicillins, and at the same time we have hundreds of the variants of beta-lactamases which co-evolved to destroy them. So you take any problem that we thought that we have identified a solution, temporarily we might have really actually thought that we have to some extent addressed this problem, but always it led to the generation of another problem, which requires a greater intellect and greater effort to resolve. This continues. This is the race. I am sure the young minds who came all the way from across different parts of the country thought of many problems that we face. My only request to all the dignitaries sitting on the dais and also young minds sitting off the dais, identify problems that we face. Each society, each country has unique problems. And these unique problems needs unique solutions. If you try to address global issues, and most of the times we forget our own problems. Even after independence, 70 years of independence, we still have problems in giving clean water. We still have problems in resolving our solid waste of the municipalities. And wherever you go, whichever city you look at, loads of plastic, municipal waste, untreated. And most of the times, the water that we drink is not safe. So these are the things, these are the basic amenities we need to provide. And these are the basic amenities that are required for the sustenance of our society. And I hope you all think about these basic things and protecting our agriculture, sustainable agriculture, to make future a reality. With these few words, I thank my colleagues for giving me this great opportunity. I really enjoyed sharing my thoughts with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words of wisdom.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great privilege to introduce an exceptional person, Professor Prasada Raju, without whom this event would not have been possible. He is also the coordinator of INAE. He has a distinguished doctorate in mechanical engineering, has left an indelible mark on the fields of engineering, research and development, and humanitarian services.
Dr. Raju's remarkable journey began with a decade of dedicated service at the National Small Industries Corporation Limited, NSIC, and NTPC Limited, where he honed his expertise in mechanical engineering. However, his true calling lay in the promotion of research and development in various fields of science and technology.
For an astounding 26 years, Dr. Raju served with unwavering commitment at the Department of Science and Technology, DST, where he played a pivotal role in advancing R&D initiatives across diverse domains. His passion for serving society manifested through his extraordinary efforts under the aegis of the Raju Foundation, a prominent NGO. Here, he spearheaded the implementation of the Safe Water for Everyone Using Effective Technology, SWEET, or the SWEET program, which provided safe drinking water to over 1 million people in several villages in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana.
This initiative stands as a shining example of how science and technology can be harnessed to address real-world challenges and transform lives. Dr. Raju's contributions have not gone unnoticed. He has been recognized with numerous awards and honors, including the AP Scientist Award, the Distinguished Alumnus Award by Andhra University, the Eminent Engineer Award by the Institution of Engineers, and the AIMTDR Silver Jubilee Award by Jadavpur University. In acknowledgement of his exceptional achievements, he was elected as a member of the prestigious INAE.
Even after his distinguished career with DST, Dr. Raju continues to share his wealth of knowledge and experience with several esteemed institutes, including IITs in Madras, Hyderabad, and Tirupati, as well as IIM Visakhapatnam. He has also been actively engaged with GITAM for a couple of years, where he collaborates with faculty in formulating R&D proposals and related endeavors.
In summary, Dr. Prasada Raju's journey is a testament to the transformative power of science and technology and the profound impact it can have on society. His commitment to improving lives and fostering innovation is a source of inspiration for all of us.
I would like to request Professor Dayananda Siddhavatham, Vice Chancellor, GITAM Deemed to be University, to felicitate Dr. Prasada Raju, Coordinator, INAE.
I will say thank you. You start off with this.
Professor Chakravorti. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for felicitating Dr. Prasad Raju.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce a distinguished luminary in the field of electrical engineering and a visionary leader in the world of academia and research, Dr. Sivaji Chakravorti.
Dr. Chakravorti serves as the Vice President of the Indian National Academy of Engineers, a position that reflects his eminence and influence in the engineering community. He is a professor of electrical engineering at Jadavpur University, where he has made indelible contributions to the field of high voltage field computation, transformer condition monitoring, high voltage systems optimization, and lifelong learning techniques.
His illustrious educational journey began at Jadavpur University, where he earned his BE, ME, and PhD degrees. Dr. Chakravorti's quest for knowledge led him to Germany as a Humboldt Research Fellow, where he pursued postdoctoral research, further enriching his expertise.
Throughout his extreme career, Dr. Chakravorti has graced organizations such as Siemens AG in Berlin and ABB Corporate Research in Leidenburg with his invaluable contributions. He has also served as a guest scientist in both Germany and the United States, further expanding his international reach.
Dr. Chakravorti's impact extends beyond the laboratory and into academia, where he took on the role of director at the prestigious NIT Calicut, demonstrating his prowess in leadership and administration. His intellectual acumen shines through his extensive publications with over 100 research papers and 3 books to his name.
His exceptional achievements have garnered him fellowships in the International Academy of Engineers, the National Academy of Sciences India, and the West Bengal Academy of Science and Technology, where he presently serves as the president. This is a testament to his eminence in the academic world.
Dr. Chakravorti's contributions have not gone unnoticed, as he has received numerous awards and accolades, including the Technical University Munich Ambassador Award, the Technology Day Award from IAICTE, and the Outstanding Engineer Award from IEEE, among several other prestigious recognitions.
Furthermore, his leadership has been pivotal in managing multiple sponsored projects funded by esteemed organizations such as DSG, USNSF, AICTE, the Ministry of Education, and the World Bank. These projects have not only advanced the boundaries of knowledge, but have also brought tangible solutions to real-world challenges.
In summary, Dr. Sivaji Chakravorti is a beacon of inspiration and excellence in the field of electrical engineering. His contributions, leadership, and commitment to the advancement of engineering knowledge continues to shape the future of our world.
We would once again like to request Professor Dayananda Siddhartham, Vice Chancellor, GITAM Deemed University, to felicitate Dr. Sivaji Chakravorti, Vice President, INAE. Thank you, sir, for honoring Dr. Chakravorti.
We would like to request Dr. Sivaji Chakravorti to please address the gathering.
So very warm greetings from my side, particularly to the participants, 90% of whom are not listening to me. Yeah, that's a data that I can vouch for me. This is found by a survey that particularly when we address people of age group 18 to 22, which you are there, 90% people don't listen to what is going on from this side. Yeah, some white-haired man has come to say some, gibberish, blah, blah, blah. So why should I listen? You have those devices which has much more interesting things to show to you. And on a serious note, there was a survey conducted. I mean, this you can listen. This is a data, this has come recently, that a survey was conducted among the younger people that how long the younger people, younger means that age group, 18, 20, 22, 20 like that how long they can concentrate in one particular topic at a stretch. And the result came out was 18 minutes, 1-8. That means 18 minutes you can concentrate on one topic continuously. Now this program is already that 18 minutes over, so you cannot concentrate on what I am talking here. So you need to do something else, and you are free to do so. I mean, there is no harm in it. But I would like to, I'm not going to say big things here. What I would like to say is very simple thing, that just one point, anything that you are using today, anything, whatever, it's a pencil or a bag or mobile or whatever, think about one thing, that if you have to use it, you have to make it. Because if you cannot make it, you can't use it. And that's the key point that I always try to tell younger people, that whatever you are doing, think about it that we have to make it. And that's where we are, not still up to the mark compared to a lot of countries which are probably not that endowed as us, but still they are doing much better on that side. But we are maybe better on some other side, but in that aspect, that making things, we are not that good enough. Then who will do it? You know, you feel people like me who are already on the other side of the, you know, that lifespan. No, we will not do it. You have to do it. And if you don't do it, then of course, you know, I don't know who will do it. No, nobody from other country will come and do it. You have to do it. Think about it very seriously, that this is a very important aspect. And, you know, related couple of things are always there, that this is a program of INAE. You are not aware of it, I'm pretty sure. You know, sometimes I jokingly say that, what is INAE? I mean, is it like a shampoo or what is it? Is it like a soap or what is it? What do we do with it? Yeah, but you will learn later on that it's a, you know, body which is actually, you can say it's not an association, it's not an institution, nothing like that. It's a body which actually honors people who have achieved something in their professional life, and they elect people who we call fellows, not members. The anchor is wrong. Dr. Prasada Raju is not member of INAE, he is a fellow of INAE. That fellowship is not, you know, it's a very coveted thing. You cannot apply for it. The most important point is you cannot apply for it. Somebody else has to nominate you. And then there will be a selection process and you will get elected. So I hope that, you know, some of you here after 20, 25 years will be amongst us. Maybe I will be very old or something at that point of time, but we'll be happy to see. And I'm pretty happy that I am told people from 13 states and 2 union territories are here, participants. It's a really great gathering, and there were 4 different categories where you have participated, and we are eagerly looking forward to the decision of the jury, and you are also very much, you know, waiting for that. So I don't want to prolong it. My very best wishes to all of you. Go back to your institute, and just one simple thing I would like to tell you. What is the result of 1 to the power 365? 1. It's one of the simplest questions, right? What is the result of 1.01 to the power 365? You have a mobile, you can find out. 1.01 to the power 365. 37. See, correct, 37. Now, why I asked you this one? Now, 1 to the power 365 means that I am not doing anything extra. Then, after 365 days, I am still 1. That means I started as 1, still 1. No change, no improvement. Then what is the significance of 1.01? That I am doing only 1%. Only 1%. But doing it every day. Very consistent. What happens? At the end of the year, I started being 1, ended 37. So, you can see percentage-wise how much improvement? 3,700%. Can you imagine how much it is? And by doing what? Not very big thing. Only 1% per day. And who is going to stop you to do that? Nobody. It's only you are stopping yourself. So just think about it. That do a small amount every day and you see the difference at the end of the year. Thank you very much. Best wishes.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words.
Today, we have the distinct honor of introducing a remarkable individual who has devoted over 4 decades of his life to the automotive sector, leaving an indelible mark on the industry through his unwavering commitment to research and development.
Allow me to present Mr. Ramesh Venugopalasamy, a true luminary in the field of engineering, with a bachelor's degree in automobile engineering and a master's in production engineering, both from the prestigious Madras Institute of Technology at Anna University, Chennai. Mr. Venugopalasamy embarked on a journey of innovation and excellence.
His illustrious career spans an impressive 40 years, during which he has played pivotal roles in research and development and vendor development for four-wheelers in the passenger car, commercial vehicle, and defense sectors. Notably, his expertise and experience extends to air brake equipment, two-wheelers, and three-wheelers, and he has contributed significantly to the automotive landscape in India.
His professional journey has taken him across the globe, fostering invaluable working relationships with vendors in countries such as China, Taiwan, Vietnam, and Germany. In these regions, he established sourcing networks for major automotive companies, enhancing the industry's global footprint.
What sets Mr. Venugopalasamy apart is not only his extensive technical acumen, but also his innovative spirit. He has spearheaded the development of groundbreaking solutions for machines, jigs, fixtures, and complex systems. Moreover, he has built teams of engineers both in India and China, nurturing the next generation of engineering talent.
Throughout his career, he has been instrumental in vendor development covering a wide spectrum of parts from machining, sheet metal, forging, electrical and electronics to rubbers, polymers, and even raw materials. His commitment to progress and efficiency is evident in his implementation of automations, including special purpose machines, SPMs, robotics and machining and forging lines, all of which has been contributed to the optimization of designs through simulations.
His professional journey encompasses several distinguished organizations, including Hindustan Motors Limited in Calcutta, Sundaram Clayton Limited in Chennai, Hero Honda Limited in Dharuhera, Haryana, and Bajaj Auto Limited in Pune. Notably, Mr. Venugopalasamy retired as the Vice President, heading the China project and the Forging and Machining Division at Bajaj Automotives Limited, where he led new product developments across a wide range of two-wheelers and three-wheelers.
Sir's impressive career in the automotive sector has been deeply engaged in CSR-related initiatives. He incubated and led the employee engagement program, Arpan, at Bajaj, and he continues to play a vital role in steering committees and board membership focus on committee engagement.
Today, Mr. Ramesh Venugopalasamy stands before us as a true exemplar of excellence, dedication, and innovation. His contributions to the automotive industry and society at large have left an indelible legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Ramesh Venugopalasamy, an engineering luminary and visionary.
We would now like to request Professor Dayananda Siddhavatam, Vice Chancellor, GITAM, to felicitate Shri Ramesh Venugopalasamy, Head, Skilling, CSR, Bajaj Auto Private Limited. Thank you, sir, for felicitating Shri Ramesh Venugopalasamy.
I would now like to request Shri Ramesh Venugopalasamy to proceed with the keynote address.
Good evening to all of you. First of all, I am very thankful for this opportunity for sharing our initiative with you. And I'm especially thankful to Professor, your Vice Chancellor, Mr. Dayananda, who for having called me here to share some of our initiative and thoughts on industry, especially on 21st century skills with you. And having said that, before starting my presentation, Mr. Chakravorti had already warned that we should, the attention span is very less if we are talking. So I put it in slides. So hopefully that will hold your attention, and it's a colorful slides also. So hopefully that can hold the attention span for the next 20 minutes. It's an interesting journey I'll be taking you through. This is how the industry is now moving towards. So that's what I want to share with you. Having said that, let me start my presentation with two general slides. This is a slide which is from a Visual Capitalist magazine, which shows the innovation across the globe. If you see here, can you see India where it is? It's around 36.6 in the index, innovation index. And entire Europe is above us. And even a country such as Switzerland, which is such a small country, that's leading with a score of 64.6. You have to search for Switzerland in this map. So that's what is happening across the globe. So this is going to be one of the major challenges for us, for India, as it is moving forward. You know, India is poised for a big growth. So unless we are an innovative nation, we will be missing the bus. The second slide I want to share with you came from recently from the Times of India of 26th October. So if you see here, this is talking about a factory, which is a Siemens factory in Mumbai. Now this factory was in doldrums. It was about to close down in 2015. Then it started on a digitalization journey, which sort of, brought it back to focus. And now it is, by 2017, it turned the corner because it adopted a vocational education and training methodology of Germany, which is called as a DVET, Dual Vocational Education Training methodology, that made it a world leader in switchgear and electrical equipments. So why I was talking about these two incidents is because in the coming months, skilling is going to play a very important part in your lives. Gone are the days of studying and getting marks and then performing in industry. Now, industry also wants skilled people. So that's where the challenges lie. Now, what are the challenges of industry today is that we do not have availability of skilled workforce. That's one of the challenges we have. Also, there is a rapidly changing technology which is taking place, by which the old engineers are becoming superfluous. For example, EV is picking up like anything. Now, what happens to the engineers who have designed valves and cylinder blocks and so on and so forth, engine components? Suddenly, you will find them being superfluous unless they upskill themselves. So, this is a challenge. Now, what is the challenge? Now, what is the challenge in the academia is that the academia today is focusing more on theory than on skilling. So, this is one challenge. Also, there is a lack of access to latest equipment, which is in sync with the industry. This is another challenge. And also, there is very less interest among you for taking up core engineering subjects. I know many of you want to go into computer science because most of you would be fancying yourself to become Sundar Pichai or Satya Nadella. But let me tell you that just 0.5% of the people, 95% of the people are not in that bracket. Most of them in computer science do data entry jobs, so which you may or may not be aware. But in the auto sector, you will find the core engineering people working in state-of-the-art technologies. Today, if you visit any core engineering company, you won't recognize from the thing what you learn in your colleges in terms of your workshops. We are far ahead of that. That's what I want to give an exposure to you about. So, as far as the youth is concerned, awareness of core engineering is lacking, and access to quality education and quality equipments are also lacking in university. So this is why Bajaj decided to curate a course and deploy it in universities. So as we are talking about skilling, many of you may be thinking, what is the use of skilling when a degree is there? Now with NEP 2020, the skills and your college education skill levels are being matched one-to-one. So there's a lot of importance being given to skills. In terms of levels are defined in skills with respect to in terms of learning outcomes and by which a learner can be graded as per his skills. So this is the type of skill level mapping is done. If you see here, a degree, a 4-year UG with honors is matched to a NSQ of level 6. So on and so forth. So there are different skill level mapping for different degrees. So this is becoming one-to-one. You might have heard about AICTE chairman. Now there is also an NCVET chairman. So both are, who is a chairman of vocational education training. So both these skill levels are being matched one-to-one. And government is giving a lot of importance to skill education. So that brings us to what is Bajaj doing on this and how did it go about this. So I just quickly cover this. You know, Bajaj recruits about 200 engineers every year, and rightly or wrongly we recruit from IITs and NITs. And but the challenge is, even when they come from such premium institutions also, there is a period of 1-year training we have to give them because they are not industry ready. So that's the challenge. So we interviewed about 400 of the engineers, that is 2 batches of engineers, to find out what exactly are they learning after they joined Bajaj Auto. We took a list from them. So also we took a list from their supervisors and their managers. What exactly are you teaching these brilliant engineers? What exactly are you teaching them for 1 year? So that's another list we prepared. And the third list is from our R&D. Our R&D is one of the strongest in the country, maybe in the world also you can say. We have about 2,500 R&D engineers who are from all parts of the world. We have engineers from KTM, we have engineers from Triumph, we have engineers from Husqvarna, we have engineers from BMW, we have engineers from Lamborghini. So it's more or less a world-class R&D center we are having in Pune. So from those engineers, we took a feedback on what is the technology you are working on today and 5 years from now. So basis these inputs, we gave this problem to our engineering department. Our engineering department has got about 550 engineers working on state-of-the-art machines. We design our own machines, we design our own conveyors, we design our own systems. All our plants run on our own designed and manufactured machines. So we gave this problem to them and asked them to curate a course which is relevant to industry. At the same time, we can roll it out in the universities. So that's how BEST was born, which is Bajaj Engineering Skills Training. And this was basically to cater to diploma and degree students, post their degree and post their diploma as a part of their upskilling. So it's got 2-pronged objectives. One is to create industry-ready talent for today's requirement and also to create future-ready talent for future requirements. So some of the highlights are like this. We have structured it in 4 modules, which are mechatronics, motion control and sensor technology, robotics and automation, and Industry 4.0 and smart manufacturing. The best part of this course is most of this course will be conducted in labs. About 70 to 80% of the work will be in lab. Hardly 10 to 20% will be classroom backing. And the learning outcomes are also distributed like this. Almost 80% is towards industrial learning outcomes and about 20 to 30% will be towards the theoretical learning outcome. That's how the whole course is structured. And this is basically specially focusing on Tier 2 and Tier 3 engineering college and city students, basically. And the certification at the end of the year will be, end of the course, will be by the university and by Bajaj Auto. And also we are trying to rope in ASDC or one of the government bodies to accredit it. We are also working on international accreditation also as we go forward. Till now we have signed these 4 universities. more or on the anvil. About 10 universities will be signing with. One is in Rajasthan, Banastali Vidyapith. Pune, we have signed with SIU, Symbiosis International University. We have signed in Bangalore with PES University and in Tamil Nadu with Shastra University. So now about the structure, how we went about it. We mapped, based on the feedback. There are modules, main modules, there are sub-modules we designed, and for each of the sub-module, we mapped it to what is today being taught in universities and colleges, both theoretical and practical. So Y means it is fully covered as per industry. P means it's partially covered, N means it's not at all covered. So that's the mapping we did, and we also did a mapping with respect to industry, what is covered, and also with respect to contemporary and future technology also we did the mapping. This we did for all the 4 modules, and thereby this type of course curriculum was developed by us. This course curriculum has been vetted by university professors as well as the sector council people also. So it is something unique course, that is. If you see the structure of the course, I'll just describe one row of it, then I'll straight away get into the equipments, what is the type of equipment we are providing. If you see here, the sub-module will have topics, different topics related to industry, and that will also have various lab experiments. And what are the lab experiments which are relevant to industry will be listed, and against each lab experiments, we also selected the various lab equipments to conduct those experiments. And from there, we have also designed what should be the learning outcomes for the student. So this is the structure in which we have gone about it. And this is the type of equipment we are providing for the universities. Typically, we are investing about 15 crores per university. We are setting up about 16 labs in industry with all these type of equipments. The structure is made in such a way, it is in a gradual upskilling process. Like in mechatronics, we are covering the basics of electrical, electronic, sensor technology, and hydraulics and pneumatics. And as we go ahead, the criticality increases. I'll just cover it as we go ahead. So in this, we are giving a motor training kit where a student will learn over 50 different machine assemblies, as well as he will learn about the magnetic principles, as well as he can himself create his own digital meters. So this is the electrical machine trainer kit, by which he will, we are giving all types of motors that is there used in the industry. So he will also learn not only the different types of motors practically, he will also learn which motor is used for what application. And also he can we are also giving a lab use software with which he can do computer-based machine testing, and also he can create his own choice of meter functions, plus he can also do real-time plotting with the data exporting. That is also possible. And this lab view is also later on used for VR also. It has got that capability by interfacing with the MATLAB, which some of you may be knowing. So this is a transformer training kit. Here he will learn about behavior of current and voltage in a star and delta connection with resistors at both symmetric and asymmetric load. He will also learn about various operating characteristics of various transformers. So this is a motor startup training kit. Here he will learn about various functioning of star and delta, including direct frequency conversion and self-starting. He will also learn about modification of acceleration and deceleration ramp of the frequency conversion. This is a basic electricity and electronic trainer. Here he will learn about the behavior of various diodes, thyristors, semiconductors, and he will also learn about signal generators and power supply circuits. So this is the earthing and safety training kit. Here he will learn about ELCB panels, relay panels, various type of dimmers and relays, resistive load panels, and multifunction meter panels. So we are also giving 3 softwares. That E-plan software is typically used for electrical wiring in machine. If you want to design a machine, you want to wire the machine, you can do that using this software. And Aries Commander is a 2D layout design for software, and Automation Studio is a 3D software. You can do simulation using this software for both hydraulic, pneumatic, as well as for electrical. So apart from that, we are also giving a basic pneumatic kit, which is a cut section of whatever valves you can imagine in pneumatic. We are also giving a advanced electro-pneumatic training kit. Once you have gained expertise with simulation software as well as with the design, you can straight away go and connect it with this equipment and you can design your own application. So both basic pneumatic, electro-pneumatic and electro-pneumatic with PLC is provided. We are also giving a electro-vacuum with the PLC trainer kit. This is a hydraulic training kit from Germany, Bosch actually. So this training kit typically will train you on various hydraulic applications. Plus one unique thing here is we are also giving mobile hydraulics, the type of thing what you find in dumpers and excavators. So even that knowledge is also practical knowledge is provided. So this is a sensor training kit. Here a student will learn about various basic sensors, plus its accuracy, precision, repeatability and reliability. So that will complete the first module. This comes to the second module. The structure remains the same. Here we are giving industrial grade vibration analyzer and also a knowledge about various cabling used for vibration analysis, NVH measurements. We are also giving some equipments for sound level measurements and the cabling knowledge. This is a calibration kit, typically the world's top calibration kit used for calibrating any machines. If you have a machine in your factory and you want to say this is the accuracy of this machine, the least count of the machine, if you want to say this is the type of kit you use to calibrate the machine. So this is from Renisha, which is one of the world's leader in calibration. These are some of the instruments we are giving for power quality and energy analyzing in industrial environment. Typically, these are some of the important parameters which the government is also insisting these days. So we are giving this. So these are Siemens controllers which are used for turning simulation and milling simulations. So this is a kit which costs something like 1.7 crores. This equipment is used, you can use it in any process industry for filtration, mixing, reacting and bottling. So it can be used with SCADA and with HMI too. Then you come to robotics and automation. Here we are giving a RoboGuide software with which you can simulate any robo movement, and it can be used with any types of robo, and you can also use simulation with offline programming with vision inspection system using 2D camera and vision softwares. We are also giving another software for laying out lines, robotic lines, manless lines you can design by using this software. Here you can use different types of robots also. Maybe a KUKA robot can communicate with a National Robo or with a Fanuc Robo or with a Mitsubishi Robo. All that can be simulated and learnt by using this. Not just that, this is a robo which we are giving also, which is a 4-axis robo and with a 3 kg payload, and this you can use it for pick and place applications, and typically in automobile industry like us, we are using such robo for sealing applications in a 3-axis application. We are also using it for bolt tightening type of applications also. This is another robo which we are giving. This is known as a Kobo. It works along with a man together. So that is why it's called as a Kobo. So this Kobo is incidentally being designed and manufactured by Bajaj. So we are giving this also to the university, more for man-robo synchronized operations. This is an articulated robo which we are giving, which has got a 0.7 meter reach, and we are also giving with various turntables with which you can do all types of sorting applications, machine tending applications and robotic applications. Whatever application you can think of, you can actually hands-on experience it. This is all industry-grade robots. We are also giving a software for welding simulation. You can do welding simulation with stress, peak temperature, and deformation analysis you can do with this. We are also giving a huge robo, which is an industry-grade arc welding robo, with which you can program. We are also giving a universal jig, which can be used with a synchronous motor. So synchronous motor can operate it and the robo can weld it. You can program it to weld it. So we are also giving this. We are also giving a spot welding robo, which is again a huge industry-grade robo. If you see the arm of the robo, only that arm, that spot welding, which is carrying a spot welding tool, is about 1.7 crores. This is also coming from Germany. So we are giving this also. This is another modular manufacturing system. Typically, any industry you see, these are the type of operations that are being done. So this simulates a mini industry. So we're giving a 9-station MMS system to the universities. Typically, the best of the best university will have 5 stations or maximum 7 stations. Nobody has got 9 stations, so we are giving this. This is another world-class safety training kit from Germany. We are also giving a PLC and HMI training kit from Siemens, with which you can do different PLC I/O modules and various encoder modules. We are also giving a 1500 Siemens training kit. This is for communicating with the different modules like conveyors, flow sensors, and various other load cells. Typically, these type of modules are used for controlling our conveyors. For example, in our conveyor, one motorcycle comes out every 20 seconds and every 24 seconds, and every auto rickshaw comes out the line 45 seconds. So all that is possible by using such technologies. We are also giving an industrial IoT multi-controller kit, by which you can program using Arduino, Raspberry, and ESP32 and STEM32. You can use for different applications using this multi-controller kit. We are also giving a workbench, work training bench, IIoT work training bench with low-end software, and this is used with all types of protocols. Typically, these type of technologies are used, for example, Bajaj communicating. We export to around 80 countries, our motorcycles and rickshaws. And all those 80 countries, we are able to control using such equipments. So this is a beacon. Typically, these type of beacons are used in industries such as Amazon to pick and place any part. So this we use for an automated spares department. So this is a autonomous mobile robo. So this can communicate with the beacon also. You can use it with a vision camera and ultrasonic sensor, and you can create your own waypoint creation. We are also giving a German software with which you can self-learn various simulations and shop floor processes. This is a software for ERP scheduling, which we are giving, which is from Dassault Systems, which is again a world leader in technology. This is a software we typically use for our scheduling and dispatching. Typically in Bajaj, in one conveyor, in one assembly conveyor, we have 5 conveyors coming into the conveyor, giving various parts. And all this is also done through every 1 hour supply from our vendors. We don't have a stores department in our company. So all that is seamlessly done using such softwares. So this is a Festo powerful e-learning platform also we are giving. If some student is interested in going deeper into one particular technology, he can self-learn using this. This is a virtual reality tool which we are giving. With this tool, you can work on 10 different operations you can design, and you can see this. Yeah. So we are also, for the sake of completion, we are giving MATLAB. with a link with AI and fuzzy logic. We are giving different types of toolboxes. For example, the image acquisition toolbox and the vision toolbox can be used with for creating your own virtual reality. These are the different cameras you can use for creating. The end of it, we are also giving a complete sim lab, which is a computer integrated manufacturing lab, with the machines, with the ASRS, automatic storage and retrieval system, a robo and a gantry, and the different other stations, centrally controlled using a central control station. Not just that, we are also giving various industrial projects. Professor Chakravorti was talking about problems. We have identified more than 200 problems of the industry, which we can give it to the students for solving industrial problems which you can solve. So we have listed out various other problems like this, and we hope the students can make use of it and use it effectively. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was indeed very informative, and we are sure the audience appreciates the detailed explanation of the content.
I would once again like to request the dignitaries to grace the stage. Standing tall in the realms of scientific history is Dr. Y. Sreenivas Rao, an extraordinary mechanical engineer and a distinguished scientist. Gifted with a brilliant mind, he graduated with distinction from JNTU Hyderabad and later earned a PhD from Osmania University.
The genesis of his career at BHEL Hyderabad resonates with his expertise in steam turbines and gas turbines. His hands not only manufactured these spectacles of engineering, but also played a significant role in the transfer of technology. But this was just the beginning of his illustrious journey.
Dr. Rao then forayed into the arena of defense research at DRDO Hyderabad in 2000. Here, his brilliance ignited the path of missile system development, planning, and contract management. He showcased the versatility by working on communication systems and various warheads.
His leadership during Mission Shakti was incredible. As project director, he surmounted numerous hurdles and realized the interceptor vehicle is an impressively short span. He wore many hats from design to integration and led his team to a victorious mission.
Dr. Rao, not one to rest, actively participates in various technical associations and has received multiple accolades for his path-breaking work. The Eminent Engineer Award from the Institution of Engineers, Telangana State Center, and a string of DRDO awards only amplify his stature in the scientific fraternity.
One cannot forget to mention the crowning jewel of this career, leading the contingent command for ASAT, Shakti mission at the Republic Day Parade.
Dr. Y. Sreenivas Rao is an epitome of scientific rigor and a beacon of inspiration for future scientists. His extensive contributions to science and his nation are a testament to his remarkable journey. His story is a fascinating tapestry of triumphs and tenacity that will inspire generations to come.
I request Professor Dayananda Siddhavatam, Vice Chancellor, GITAM Deemed to be University, to felicitate Dr. Y. Sreenivas Rao, Distinguished Scientist and Director, Naval Systems and Materials. Thank you, sir, for felicitating Dr. Sreenivas Rao. I would now like to request Dr. Y. Sreenivas Rao to address the gathering.
సభకు నమస్కారం. వేదికను అలంకరించిన పెద్దలు, ప్రొఫెసర్ Sivaji Chakravorti, a distinguished professor in the field of electrical engineering, control system, design, and a great contribution to the nation. Professor D.R. Prasada గారు మేమిద్దరం దాదాపు 13 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి ఒకరికొకరం తెలుసు. వారు చాలా డైనమిక్, ఇక్కడ చాలా సింపుల్గా ఉన్నారు కానీ చాలా డైనమిక్ ఆఫీసరు. డిఎస్టీలో ఉండగా వారు చాలా ఇండస్ట్రీస్ కానీ ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ కానీ ప్రోత్సాహం చేయటము, ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళటం. తర్వాత నాకు పెద్ద టచ్ లేదండి, అప్పుడైతే చూశాను మీరు చాలా ఫాస్ట్గా కూడా మూవ్ చేసేవారు. మనకి ఆ దయానంద సిద్ధవతం, వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్, GITAM University. Thank you very much for inviting me, sir. And an excellent presentation by Sri Ramesh Venugopalasamy. See, the value that chain, which I was hearing that many people are talking from the background when he was speaking. మీరందరూ చాలా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు కానీ దాని వాల్యూ మీకు చాలా డెప్త్ వాల్యూ. అంటే ఒక స్కిల్ సెంటర్కి దాదాపు వారు చెప్పింది చూస్తే ఒక 15-20 కోట్లు ఖర్చు అయ్యే ఎక్విప్మెంట్ ఇవ్వటమే కాకుండా చాలా లేటెస్ట్, అంటే మీకు ఈజీగా ఒక ఫ్యాక్టరీలోకి వెళ్తే ఎట్లా, ఒక డిజైన్ ఇన్నోవేషన్స్కి వెళ్తే ఎలా మీరు అసిమ్యులేట్ అయిపోగలుగుతారో, ఫస్ట్ డే నుంచి వర్క్ చేయడానికి ఎలా ఉపయోగపడుతుందో వారు బ్రహ్మాండమైన మీకు ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చారు. ఐ వాజ్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఆస్కింగ్ టు షేర్ దట్ ప్రజెంటేషన్. అలాగే డీన్ R&D ప్రొఫెసర్ రాజా గారు, మా కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ హెడ్, మీ పేరు రావట్లేదండి, నాకు కనపట్టలేదు ఇక్కడి నుంచి, విజయ్ గారు, ఇక్కడికి విచ్చేసిన ప్రొఫెసర్స్, స్టూడెంట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ 13 స్టేట్స్ అండ్ 2 యూనివర్సిటీస్, యూనియన్ టెరిటరీస్, అండ్ ఇక్కడికి మిమ్మల్ని ఫోర్స్గా కూర్చోబెట్టిన కాలేజ్ అథారిటీస్కి, అండ్ నా ప్రియమైన స్టూడెంట్స్కి, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ ఫర్ ఇన్వైటింగ్ మీ ఫర్ ద గీతం. నేనేమీ మాట్లాడలేదు, చప్పట్లు కొడుతున్నానంటే వెళ్ళిపోమనా. శివాజీ గారు ఆయన ఏమి ఇన్నోవేషన్ చేయకుండానే మాట్లాడటంలో ఇన్నోవేషన్ చేసి మిమ్మల్ని 1 నుంచి 37కి మార్చేశారు. అదే ఇన్నోవేషన్. మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఏమన్నారు, ఎవరు వినరు అని ఆయన మాట వినేటట్టు చేశారు. నాకు అంత టాలెంట్ లేదు, కాకపోతే ఆ 37 చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ విషయం చెప్పారు. 1.01 అంటే హీ మెంట్ దట్ ఎలక్ట్రికల్లీ ఆర్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ వైజ్ ఆర్ ఏ సిస్టమ్ వైజ్ యూ థింక్, బట్ ఒక ఫైనాన్స్ మ్యాన్గా, జనరల్గా ఫైనాన్స్ మ్యాన్గా ఏం ఆలోచిస్తాం, ఒక దానికి 0.01% వడ్డీ అంటే ప్రతిరోజు 100 రూపాయలు నేను ఉండి 100 నుంచి 101 రూపాయలు నేను సంపాదించుకోగలిగితే అయ్యేసరికి 365 రోజులకి నేను 375 రూపాయలు సంపాదించుకోవడం అంటే 1,00,000 రూపాయలు పెడితే ఎంత సంపాదించవచ్చు, 10 లక్షలు పెడితే ఎంత సంపాదించవచ్చు. సో ఇన్నోవేషన్ చేస్తే అదే వాల్యూ. ఇవాళ మీరు 10 లక్షల రూపాయలు పెట్టుబడి పెట్టి ప్రతిరోజు 0.01% దానికి యాడ్ చేసి దాని కాంపౌండింగ్ వేసుకుంటే 365 రోజుల తర్వాత ఎంత సంపాదించవచ్చు, 3.7 crores సంపాదించవచ్చు. అదే కదా స్టాక్ ఆప్షన్ ఇచ్చి జనాల్ని లాగేసుకుంటున్నారు జనాలు. సో ఆయన చెప్పగానే ఇన్నోవేషన్ గురించి వేరే విధంగా మీకు చెప్పారు. ఆయన చెప్పింది పాపం సైన్స్ ఆ విషయంలో చెప్పారు. ఆయన సింపుల్ మనిషి. మీరందరూ మంచి ఆంట్రప్రెన్యూర్లు, ఇక్కడ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరూ అక్కడ బయట స్టాల్స్ పెట్టారు, ఇక్కడ అట్టారు. మీరందరూ ఏ విధంగా రేపే రిచ్ అయిపోవాలన్న ఆలోచనలో ఉన్న పిల్లలు. తర్వాత మార్కెట్లోకి వెళ్ళాక అది వేరే విషయం, కానీ ఇది ఒక మంచి థియరీ చెప్పారు ఆయన స్ట్రైట్గా. రెండోది ఇంకొక విషయం నేను చెప్తున్నాను, అంటే వారు రమేష్ గారు చెప్పినప్పుడు చాలామంది మీరు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కోడింగ్కి వెళ్తున్నారు అన్నారు. దాదాపు నేను ఇప్పుడు నాకు కూడా 60 సంవత్సరాలు వచ్చింది. ఒక ఫేజెస్ ఆఫ్ చేంజెస్ ఆఫ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ చూసాం. అంటే ఇనిషియల్గా మేము BHలో జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు మెయిన్ ఫ్రేమ్ కంప్యూటింగ్ మీద కోబాల్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ చేసినప్పుడు కార్డ్ పంచింగ్ చేస్తూ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ చూసాం. అరౌండ్ 90sలో RDBMS బేస్డ్ అంటే క్లయింట్ సర్వర్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ తోటి చూసాం. 2000లో ట్రాన్సిషన్ వచ్చి ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ కంప్యూటింగ్ తోటి విజువల్ కంప్యూటింగ్తో చూసాం. 2010-12కి వచ్చేసరికి అంతా క్లౌడ్ కంప్యూటింగ్ చూసాం, ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ యాప్లోకి వచ్చేసాం. 2024లో రెవల్యూషనరీ చేంజెస్ వస్తున్నాయి. అంటే నెక్స్ట్ 6 years రెవల్యూషన్ చేంజెస్ ఏంటంటే దేర్ ఇస్ నో నీడ్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీ కోడింగ్. అంటే కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ అక్కర్లేదు. మనము ఇప్పుడున్న ట్రాన్సిషన్కి మామూలుగా బీఎస్సీ బీకాము లేకపోతే హౌస్ వైఫ్గా మనకి మామూలుగా ఇంగ్లీష్ కానీ తెలుగులో కానీ అంటే బెస్ట్ లాంగ్వేజ్ విల్ బి సాంస్క్రిట్. సాంస్క్రిట్లో ఎందుకంటే ఉచ్చారణ కానీ డిఫరెంట్ మాడ్యూల్స్ కానీ ఈజీగా రాయగలిగితే డైరెక్ట్గా వారు ఇప్పటి వరకు మీకు చూపించిన రోబోటిక్స్ కానీ మ్యాట్లాబ్ కానీ సీక్వెన్సింగ్ కానీ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ విజువల్ ఆల్ మాడ్యూల్స్ క్యాన్ బి జనరేటెడ్. అంటే వీఆర్ ఇన్ టు నెక్స్ట్ బబుల్ వేర్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ ఇంజనీర్స్, ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ అనుకోండి లేకపోతే రిపాజిటరీ బ్యాంక్స్ అనుకోండి, విల్ బి ఎక్స్టెంట్ ఇన్ టు ద మార్కెట్. నా ప్రెడిక్షన్ ఏంటంటే 10 years తర్వాత బేసిక్ కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ విల్ నాట్ బి అవైలబుల్. నేను అందుకని ఇంగ్లీషు తెలుగు కలుపుతున్నాను కదా. అక్కడ నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఐ గాట్ ద డేటాబేస్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్. 80% ఆఫ్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ Telugu people only who have been forced to sit in this college. There are only 20, after the 20%, 13 from the 13 states are there, 2 are there, balance only 20 people are there, or 20 or 25 people are there who are non-Telugu people here in this audience. Am I correct? See the response. See, I am speaking after taking the database only. My job first is to collect the repository. So, what I have done is the repository here is the database. I have got about 600 children here. Maybe I will want to 10, 20, about 20 rows, 400 children are there. So if there are 400 children, what is the 400 mindsets are thinking in a different direction? New Zealand 401 korte Pakistan kortada leda ani oka mindset think chesta untadi. Varsham padtunte match avutada leda ani okta Duckworth Lewis pedtara leda ani chustuntadi inkoka mind. Ivanni enduku tondaraga pothe evening ekkadana beach road lo enjoy cheddamani inkoka mind alochistuntadi. ఈ మొత్తం మైండ్లో మనం ఇన్నోవేషన్ గురించి మాట్లాడడానికి స్పీచ్ ఇవ్వడానికి నన్ను రమ్మని మాట్లాడమంటే నేను డిఆర్డిఓ ఏం ఇన్నోవేషన్ చేస్తుందని నేను మాట్లాడాలని మీరు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తుంటారు. సో ఆల్ దీస్ జోక్స్ అపార్ట్, సో వాట్ వీఆర్ సేయింగ్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ట్రాన్సిషన్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద టోటల్ వే ఆఫ్ వర్కింగ్ అండ్ లివింగ్. ద ఎనర్జీ సెక్టర్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ హస్ సీన్ ఎ ట్రాన్సిషన్ చేంజ్. The power that has been generated, which you had initially, the power is going to change. It's going to be more of a hydrogen-based or a methanol-based, non-fossil-based power. The energy sector is changing. Already the e-vehicle market has dominated with the lithium-ion battery, but then lithium results are going to extend. But and also lithium, it's not just the lithium, the sodium ion, not sodium. I'm not. The anode and cathode, and the in between, what is the layers between point? What is the pollution that is going to, and the minerals that is going to, whether it is available for the growth that is going to happen. Then comes the energy density, whether I have to go for a fuel cell. If I have to go cell, where do I generate hydrogen? How do I generate hydrogen? If I do an electrolysis method, I need more power. So this is the innovation that is transitionally changing in the energy sector. In the simple communication sector, you have seen the change. The communication sector itself has changed from what it was from a verbal man-to-man communication to a completely remote operated communication system. And this is again going to change, because if you see now today people speak something on the here and they walk on talk, whether you don't know whether they're talking to you or not talking to you. But from there it is further change where you can actually look at what is happening in your counterpart at some other location, some other place across. And what has happened that the moon missions is created, the requirement of satellites may come down because moon itself may be a big major reflector may come. So the innovations are changing, your bandwidths are changing, frequencies are changing. So every sector you take, that is how the automation, the robot he has explained. The home front, the green energy, the green buildings, the green appliances, the way you work, then what we are talking about industry 4.0, what we are speaking about the next industry 5.0, the home front is going to change. So the innovation is going to be the lifeline. We have to accept it. Now from our R&D point of view, if I am talking about an underwater mission, yesterday Russia launched a deep ocean mission where one of the most deadly thermonuclear based underwater torpedo has been launched with a highly nuclear powered and nuclear warhead. Similarly, there is another one which launched by another European country where extremely deep ocean missions, that is we are touching to the bottom of the floor at that is 6,000 meters, 7,000 meters depths, where your pressure, 600 bar pressure is taken care of, and still the And we are talking about not human going to space. We are also talking about India's own underwater mission. Do you know what is the significant importance of this? We have got huge minerals which are available. The minerals is the core for us today's living. So that is what is happening. The energy that is underwater energy is getting used. Similarly on the space sector. You all have seen what space sector, what India has done, what the world has done. I don't want to repeat because you have been hearing it. You have seen on the airborne sectors, the high-speed transmissions, high-speed vehicles are coming up. You have seen the automotive sector that is coming up, completely automated systems that are coming up. You have seen the delivery mechanisms, how Amazon itself is transforming. So this is how it has been there. And it's important to be that the program which INAE and Bajaj and GITAM has brought to you, it's a small element which is inculcated into you. And if these skill centers are going to come up, imagine how it will be useful to all of you. Best wishes for you. It's going to be a new life, new world in the next 10 years. And you people are on those stepping stones. And you will see a great transitions. What is not there 20 years back is not there today. What is going to be there 20 years back is not there today. Please look at and innovate, prosper, and make this country rich and proud. Thank you very much for listening patiently.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom.
Now, we move on to the most awaited part of the event, the prize distribution ceremony. Over the duration of the past 2 days, we've had some really competitive events and witnessed active participation from all participants involved. The event comprised an array of intellectual competitions. The startup presentation enabled risk takers and visionaries to pitch their groundbreaking business concepts, bringing a taste of entrepreneurial spirit to the table.
The model and the project presentation served as a platform for showcasing innovative projects, a testament to the hard work and dedication of the participants. The Ideathon was a rigorous test of creativity and quick thinking, with contestants creating and presenting viable ideas in a time-bound manner. Lastly, the poster presentation allowed participants to visually encapsulate their research and concepts, resulting in visually compelling interpretations of cutting-edge ideas.
The awards are as follows. The team winning the first position would be given a cash reward of INR 25,000. The team winning the second position would be given a cash reward of 15,000 rupees. The team to clinch the third position will be given a cash reward of 10,000 rupees. Then, a women's exclusive award will be given a cash reward of 10,000 rupees as well.
I request Professor Y. Sreenivas to join us on stage to give away the prizes. First and foremost is the prizes for the startup presentation event. The third position goes to Team Hydrograviticity.
Team Hydrograviticity is our very own homegrown GITAM Deemed University's own team.
The team winning the second position is Big Bucks Innovation.
From Sri Saram Engineering College.
Location, proceed towards it. Location data, location data. The first position, the winner of the startup presentation event is, any guesses? It's Flylab Solutions Private Limited.
From Sandeep University.
Sandeep University. It's not mentioned. Do you still continue saying the names of the universities, or?
I will say the winners. This time you say the university name. Let's finish the presentation.
Yes. Remember this one, you are supposed to say the code name. पहले women's करो. యూనివర్సిటీ పేరు లేదురా కోడింగ్ ట్రై ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ యూనివర్సిటీ పేరు లేదు విమెన్స్ కేటగిరీ
Now we have the poster presentation prizes. I request Professor Sivaji Chakravorti to give away the prizes. We first have the Women's Exclusive Award, which goes to Coding Trifecta. The third position goes to the team from the institute NMIT, which is the Neetu Meenakshi Institute of Technology. The team winning the second position is Audio Architects.
From the Institute of Engineering and Technology, KPR.
From the Institute KPR from Tamil Nadu. And the first position and the winner of the event is Dynamic Duo.
From the GM Institute of Technology.
Third prize are already here.
For the poster presentation, the second prize is Audio Architects. Okay. Okay, fine. So third as well. First we have to say. First, and the winner of the poster presentation is Dynamic Duo.
From the GM Institute of Technology.
Karnataka. Yes. Yes. What?
Mention the prize name, mention the event name and the cost.
Up next is the model project presentation for which I would request Sri Ramesh Venugopalasamy sir to please proceed with the prize giveaway. The Women's Exclusive Award goes to the Adityans.
What happened? Third position. Fourth position. Third.
The Women's Exclusive Award for the model project presentation goes to the Adityans.
They are from the Aditya Engineering College, AP.
The third position goes to Smart Incubator.
From the Vishnu Engineering College, Bhimavaram. Second. Fine. He's also asked. Chairman
The team winning the second position is Team Maverick.
From Karunya University.
The first position, the winner of the event is Team Evolution,
whose last three digits end with 019. And they are from the Vellamai Engineering College. Yes. To proceed with the award ceremony of the last and final event, Ideathon, I would like to call upon Professor Dayananda Siddhavatham to distribute the prizes. And the Women's Exclusive Award goes to Beyond the Belt from KPR IET, Coimbatore. The third position goes to Entropy from the Kumar Guru College of Technology, Tamil Nadu. The team winning the second position. The team winning the third position is Entropy.
From the Kumar
And-
Guru College of Technology, Tamil Nadu.
The team winning the second position is COACT from GITAM Visakhapatnam. I request them to please come to the stage. And the winner of the Ideathon with securing first position is Team Acumet from VIT Bhopal. I request them to please come to the stage.
A very hearty congratulations to all the winners and the participants too who had the opportunity to learn something new from this event. As we progress, I would like to call upon Professor Raja P. Pappu, Chairman, Director of Research and Development, GITAM Deemed to be University, to propose the vote of thanks.
Right, the most awaited moment of the conclave, vote of thanks. I would like to thank New Zealand first for a towering score of 401 for 6. I hope they win the match. Otherwise, there will be a lot of pressure on us. Now, proceeding to the conclave, Honorable Vice Chancellor, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, respected deans, head of departments, faculty members, and my dear students. I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude and task of delivering this vote of thanks. First and foremost, let me express my appreciation to the generous sponsorship from INAE and also to Professor Indranil Manna and Professor Sivaji Chakravorti, who is the Vice President of INAE, who traveled all the way to Visakhapatnam, and their favorable support for this conclave. I would also like to extend my thanks to Dr. Y. Sreenivas Rao Garu for gracing us with his esteemed presence. Our gratitude goes to our guest of honor and keynote speaker, Ramesh Garu from Bajaj. A big round of applause for all the speakers and experts who took the time to share their knowledge and insights for this conclave. A special thanks to a very close friend and mentor, Dr. Dr. Prasada Raju Garu, for his unwavering support for this event. Prasad Garu, we wouldn't have been able to done this without your support. To all the student participants who have traveled from 13 states and 2 union territories to be part of this conclave, thank you so much for coming to GITAM. I hope you had a wonderful time here. We are deeply appreciative of the support of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Shri S. Dayanand Garu, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Shri Y. Gautam Rao Garu, and other leaders from the university. Thanks to press, media, hospitality team, and other administrative teams from GITAM who have rendered their unstinted support to organize this conclave. Now, a special mention goes to the tireless organizing team and the dedicated student volunteers. I would like your support in giving a standing ovation to this team who have worked for the last 2 weeks to ensure that every single thing works with finesse. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much. And at the last, they say that organizing an event like this is like herding cats. But thanks to the incredible teamwork and dedication of everyone who is involved in this, and I hope all the students have enjoyed this learning experience. So here's to a happy and continued learning journey from GITAM. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
As they say, all good things must come to an end. So let's tie up this package of innovation, learning, and unforgettable experiences with a fitting closure. We express a sincere gratitude to all of our esteemed guests, participants, and organizers who made this event a resounding success.
As we leave this conclave, let us do so with a profound sense of responsibility, a hunger for innovation, and a desire to create a better tomorrow. Let us use the knowledge and inspiration gained here to contribute to the betterment of society. And let us always remember the spirit of innovation that has brought us to this very moment.
Now, I would like to request the audience to please stand up for the national anthem. Thank you for being part of this remarkable journey. We hope you all had a great educational opportunity.
I would like to call upon all of the organizing team members to please come up on stage for